Three quantities. Welcome to this lesson. Subscribe, share to as many friends as you can. Three quantities P, Q, R are such that P varies directly as the square of Q and inversely as the square root of R. Given that P is equal to 20 when Q is equal to 5 and R is equal to 9, find P when Q is equal to 7 and R is equal to 10. For marks, this is a paper 2 question. So this year, expect this kind of question. Expect a question from variation formula and the variation that one expect. So let's see. We have how many types of variations? We have partial variation, we have direct variation, we have indirect, which we call inverse variation. So you need to see which one is which. Which one is this? Is this direct, combined, direct and inverse, partial? So you need to know all of this. So three quantities PQ are such that P varies directly. So if P varies directly, then P is directly inverse, varies directly as the square of Q. So directly as the square of Q. So Q square. Because that's a direct inverse, the direct variation. Direct variation. And inversely is 1 over that, and inversely at the square root of R. So inversely over 1 over the square root of R. So that is what we need. Now let us remove the sign of proportionality by introducing a constant K. So P is equal, when we introduce a constant K, we remove the sign of proportionality. So K, Q2 square divided by the square root of R. Very good. So now the next thing is to find the value of K when P is 20, when Q is 5 and R is equal to 9. So when P is 20, K, Q will be 5 squared divided by the square root of 9. So that means that 20 is equal to 25K. We divide by 3. The square root of 9 is 3. Now we multiply both sides by 3 times 3 times 3. So 60 is equal to 25K divided by 25 divided by 25. So K is equal to 2.4. So our K is 2.4. Now let us find P when Q is 7. Now that we have K, now we are going to just substitute on the formula. Now what will be P when? So P will be K, which is 2.4 times Q will be 7 times 7 squared. We divide by the square root of 25. Yes. Now this one is 117.6. We divide by 5. And the B will be 23.52. 23.52. As simple as that, you get your 4 marks. If you have a problem in variation, tafadhali revise. Go back to Form 3 and revise. It's a very important topic. If Q is increased by, if Q increased by 20% and R decreased by 36%, find the percentage change in P. Find the percentage change in P. Percentage change. So to get the percentage change, we know, now let us give this one as P1 is equal to K Q square over the square root of R. That's our Q, our P1. So we will have now our P2, which is going to be K Q square, we can give it 2 over square root R 2. So this one is going to be the second after increase. So after increase, we are going to have P2. Before increase is P1, right? So you can even put 1 here to indicate that this is 1, because the constant will be the constant, doesn't change. Now let us increase. So P2 is going to be, we are going to increase P by 20. When you increase, initially it is 100%, so it is going to be now 120. So we are going to have 120 over 100 K Q square 2. We divide by the square root. This one was decreased by 36%. So when you decrease by 36%, that is 100 minus 36, that is 64 over 100. So we are going to have 64 over 100 R2. Yes, that's what we are going to have. So next, let's make divide by this. So we are going to have P2 is equal to, this is 1.2 divided by times 1.2 K Q22 over the square root of this is going to be 0.8. This is 0.64. The square root taken is 0.8 square root R 2. So divide by the numbers. Just divide the numbers. So it means, let me go to the side. So remember Q was squared. Therefore, whatever answer we are going to get here should be squared. So what we have here is squared. Tafadhali remember that. Because this Q was squared, so when it is going to be squared. The answer here is going to be squared. So this is one. P2 is equal to 1.44. If you divide by that one, K Q2, K Q square 2 over R2 over 8, 0.8. So P2, you divide by this, 1.44 divided by 0.8, you get 1.8, 1.8 K Q22 divided by root R2. Remember, it was squared. You must remember to square. Please don't forget that. Now what we have is P2. But how do you get the percentage? So percentage, increase or decrease, is equal to P1, the original, minus P2 divided by P1 times 100. That one gives us the percentage in decrease or decrease. So percentage now increase is equal to 1, because here is 1. The coefficient here is 1. For P1, the coefficient is 1. Here the coefficient is 1.8 minus 1.8 divided by 1 times 100. So you find that this one is negative 0.8 times 100. So when it is negative, it means it was a decrease. When it is negative, it means it was a decrease. So we are going to have now a 0.8 times 100, and that one will give you 8%. So because it was negative, then you say a decrease of 80%, a decrease of 8%. You don't write negative 180. No, you write it as a decrease. Write down the first 5 terms of an expansion in this one. The first times when you expand, let us expand this one. You start with the first term. So it's going to be 1 raised to power 5. And then the second term, you open bracket, x over 5 over 3 raised to power 0. Then second, because it is subtraction, tunaanza na positive, minus, positive, minus, positive, minus as it moves on. So we are going to have 1 raised to power 4 now. The first term decreases to the right. The second term increases to the right. So tunaanza 0, inaanza 5, 4. So the second term will be x over 3 raised to power 1 plus negative plus negative wakati iko minus 1 raised to power 3 x over 3 raised to power 2 minus 1 raised to power 2 x over 3 raised to power 3 to the first 5. 1 1 2 3 4, the first 5. This is the last one, the first 5. X 3 raised to power 4. These are the first 5. We need to follow instructions as we were asked to. Write down the first 5 terms. The first 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Then from there, anything raised to power 0 is 1. So this is going to be 1 minus x over 3 plus x square over 9. When you square x, this squares this, this squares this. Then minus the cube of x cube divided by 27, because this the cube of 3 is 27. The cube of x is that plus. This is x cube, then plus x raised to power 4 over 81. 3 raised to power 4 is 81. Now the next thing is to put the coefficients of 2 power 5. The coefficients of power 5. The coefficients are 1, 5. Yes, 1, 5. 10, 10, 5, and 1. So here we are. The final now expansion is 1 minus 5x over 3. 5x over 3 plus 10x squared over 9 minus 10x cubed over 27 plus 5x raised to power 4 over 81, and that is the expansion. Now use the expansion. Using the first 3 terms of the expansion, find the value of this to this. So we are going to use this expansion to solve this, but first we need to get to know what this means. This one is actually this, so what it means that 1.01 raised to power 5 is equal to 1 minus x over 3 raised to power 5. So because we are going to use this expansion to solve this, then they are related. The simple way to do this, we want the value of x, the power and the power, they are 5, so cancel them out. So you cancel them out, so we remain with 1.01 is equal to 1 minus x over 3. Then like terms together, bring 1 this side. So 1.01 minus 1 is equal to minus x over 3 first. So what we are going to mean here is with 0.1 is equal to negative x over 3. We want x times 3 times 3. So 0.3 is equal to negative x. We don't have negative x. We don't want negative x. Is it 0.0? Oh, it is 0.0. Sorry, 0.01. So this one is going to be 0.03. This is 0, yeah. So we don't want negative. the x. We want x, so you divide by negative both sides, so x is equal to negative 0.03. 0.03 is the negative is our value of x. Now what we do, we substitute this on this equation for the first three. First three in 1, 2, 3. So it is 1 minus 5 into negative 0.03 cross, we divide by 3 plus 10 into negative 0.03 cross, divide by 9. The first time 1, 2, 3, tumemaliza the first 1, 2, 3 because tumeambiwa hivyo. We have been asked to use the first 3 times. You don't need to do otherwise. So when you mark, this one is going to be 1 minus this negative, this negative is going to be positive. So finally utapata hapa ni 0.05 plus 0.001. This one is 1, this is this, and this is this. Then you were asked the first derivative to 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places. So you add that and you find it is 1.0510. 4 decimal places, 1, 1, 2, 3. So this one 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you add a 0 to make sure it is 4 decimal places. And that is after you are finished, you need to check whether your expansion was okay, whether your answer is fine. What do? You bring your calculator. Where is my calculator? It's here. Then you confirm that actually 1.01 raised to power 5, the answer is this. You need to confirm and mark yourself before you are going to be marked for. So you put your calculator there and then press 1.01 raised to power 5. And then you confirm that you have done the right thing. Right? Very good. You confirm that you have done the right thing. It's the same.